Hey guys, I am just going to go ahead and jump right in. So question 1 and 2 kind of tie in together for me, the perception and experiences of those with disabilities, and as an educator, how those perceptions can affect things. So I unfortunately absolutely was the type of person that just kind of went with the social stigma around individuals with disabilities, and I guess I just kind of viewed those people in a way of like limiting them before they set their own limits. And it comes from a kind place, it comes from a place of worry, and you don't want them to hurt themselves or anything like that, but then it's insulting, and it just comes across as pity, and it's just not relayed the way that it should be. And so I actually, after having the pleasure of working with several exceptional students, it has broadened my horizon and helped me realize that they're not only their disabilities, they are capable of so much more than you are made to think, or so much more than you want to think. And so I definitely think, as an educator, your perception of how you think disabled individuals should be can cloud your judgment. It can make you want to put limitations on people, or not allow them to do things that others can do. It can just kind of create a negative environment, just kind of like ableist areas, stuff like that. So as an educator, I do think it is important to put what you think disabilities look like to the side, and instead allow for the children to let you know what they're comfortable with, what they can do, and allow them to make their own boundaries, and then just go from there. So that's questions 1 and 2. And then I guess 3 kind of plays into it as well, in regards to society imposes low expectations of those who have disabilities. I do actually agree with that statement. Unfortunately, I am a person who used to believe that, and I think that society as a whole, if you're not this perfect person who does things exactly in the box they think you should, you're labeled as incompetent, helpless, all you are is your disability. And so I do think, unfortunately, that is a true quote, but hopefully through courses like this and through advocacy, that will change. In regards to the UDL, so that is accessible learning to students with a flexible environment and material. And short answer, it is very important because no one student learns the same, especially when you do have these exceptional students. They may need accommodations, or they may just, instead of being a visual learner, they may be a hands-on learner. It can be something as simple as that. So just having a flexible environment and materials that you're able to just kind of work into whatever any child needs is definitely very important. As far as the colleges and the percentages surrounding that, I think that it's because IEPs go away when you graduate, and so there's a perceived lack of rights from people. They think that maybe they don't have as many rights as they did in their school before they went to college, just because IEPs don't exist. That would be what I think are attributing factors. And then for the response to intervention model, I think that there's more pros than cons to it. One of the biggest pros is the early identification and eliminating that wait to fail, just putting it off, and then you're at a spot that it's really hard to come out of. But the cons of that is that it can be time consuming and intense, and it can cause a lot of teacher burnout. There's a lot of teacher burnout anyways, just because the teaching profession is a lot and it can be a lot. So when you add in all that data and all the hard work you put into it, it can cause burnout. But You know, like I said, the pros definitely, I believe, outweigh the cons because you're advocating for your students sooner, you're helping them sooner, you're putting things into place sooner that they could use to be successful. So, anyways, I tried to keep that as short as possible. I do apologize in advance for the length of this video, and if you stuck around this long, thank you.